Hello everybody and welcome back to another Magic the Gathering Arena video. Today we are looking at soldiers. Why am I bothering to go back over soldiers? It's because of the new Lord of the Rings set. We have got two new very interesting soldiers, which is a Pippin, Guard of the Citadel, which is a white and a blue legendary 2/2, a halfling soldier with Vigilance and Ward 1. Tap, another target creature you control gains protection from the card type of your choice until end of turn. Now, the card that I would liken this most to is Skrelv, which is this little boy, which only costs 1, is legendary as well, but this can't block, unlike Pippin, who can. Skrelv's ability costs white, Phyrexian white, to activate, and it gives only gives hexproof from a colour, whereas protection from a card type is much stronger. Now I know Pippin costs 2, but it does have Ward 1 as well, which means if you play it on turn 2, there's very few things that are going to kill Pippin, short of them running a cut down on turn 2 into your Pippin. So this card is basically a protector that we can pretty much guarantee will be around if we play it on turn 2, and it's a soldier, which is wonderful. We are then running Boromir, Warden of the Tower, which is a 3-costing 3/3 legendary creature human soldier with Vigilance. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell. That's actually very relevant in this day and age. People running things like the big red dinosaur, can't even remember its name now. What is that thing called? Not Itali. I mean, it is Itali. Itali, Primal Conqueror. This thing, or even there's other exile and play for free effects out these days. That's relevant, but the main thing that we're running Boromir for is creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn, and the ring tempts you. So we can stack Boromir and all of our creatures gain indestructible. Now obviously that doesn't protect you against things like Meat Hook, but it does against lots of good sweepers, things like Depopulate, the new red Meat Hook that came out, I can't remember what that's called. There was a new red card that basically does what Meat Hook does, but generates you treasures instead of cost the opponent life. And yeah, having this sort of level of protection built into what was already a very good shell in soldiers looks good to me. So just to cover off the rest of the deck, so there's kind of two ways to build soldiers in general, which is the flashy version, by which, let's just have a quick look at them here. You would include things like I got it on. Let's get rid of this little filter. You would include things like the Cathar Commando, possibly, which is the 3/1 that kills artifacts and enchantments for you. You would definitely include the Resolute Reinforcements, which flash in 2 soldiers. You may include Thalia. You may include what else is there? Oh, the counter spells. So there's lots of options for the sort of flashy versions of soldiers, but we're not running those. Instead, I'm trying to do a bit more of a just build up our board and obviously and protect it instead. So the reason for flashing stuff in is obviously your opponent doesn't normally have a chance to use sorcery speed removal against it. However, with this deck, we're not so bothered about sorcery speed removal because we can protect our other creatures with Pippin and Boromir in order to make this work for us. Not to mention that we have Myrel at the top end, stopping our opponent doing anything at instant speed. So we've kind of got a ton of protection creatures built in here. I am running Dennick in this deck, which I would consider swapping out for Thalia. I'm just sort of play testing between the two at the moment. But Dennick, I just find having that lifelink against any mono red that's around, and also an extra bit of protection against sort of reanimation decks and the like, is nice to have. So just to work from the bottom of the deck up. For Recruitment Officer, this card is still killer. It's a 1-costing 2/1, which has the ability to pay for. Look at the top 4, and we can reveal a creature card with mana value 3 or less from them and put it into our hand, which is going to hit most of the time, looking at the mana cost of our creatures. The interesting thing about this one is I'm running 4 Fragment Realities. Now, the reason for Fragment Reality is obviously the meta at the moment, if anyone has tried Alchemy. It's very largely based around the One Ring. The One Ring... Is it called the One Ring? I think that's what it's called. Yes, the One Ring, this card, which is an indestructible legendary artifact that allows our opponents to keep drawing. Now, we have to get rid of that if it's around, and the best way to get rid of it is a 1-costing spell that can exile it. Now, we don't mind if they get a 3-drop, often they're not even running 3-drop creatures in a deck like that. They'll definitely be running Sheldreds, but thankfully that's a 4-drop creature. So this is very good for that. Not to mention the fact that this is a tempo deck, right? We're doing a lot of build our creatures up, protect them, and then try and beat our opponent down. And this basically downgrades one of their creatures and brings it in tapped. So it's a really nice little tempo removal spell for the deck. Our Lord giving all our other soldiers 1/1. Dennick we've covered. Harbin is kind of a closer in our other creature matchups because if we have 5 or more soldiers on the board, all of ours gain 1/1 and flying until end of turn, which is pretty much enough to kill our opponent in 1 in most spots. Boromir to protect our board so that we can get to 5 creatures. 4 Brutal Cathar for removal. Obviously a soldier in addition to Fragment Reality. That gives us 8 removal spells in a low curve creature deck, which is actually quite high. 4 Siege Veterans helps build up our creatures and gives us a bit of like payback with these little tokens for when we sack our Boromir, for when our Pippin gets picked off. 3 Skystrike Officers for draw. Tap 3 untap soldiers you control, draw a card, and it can attack and create soldiers. And then, as I mentioned, Myrel. So there's loads of good soldiers out there. I've picked the ones that I think are going to be best. Hard to say if they will be or not. We're running only 24 lands. 1 basic just for if our things get destroyed, but otherwise there's a whole host of different blue-white lands that work for soldiers. The 2 legendary ones, 1 Secluded Courtyard, and 4 Forsaken Crossroads. And that is the deck. It is quite basic. It's put our creatures out, try and protect them, and then try and beat our opponent down. Let's have some games. Alright. Oh my god, I'm vanishing. There we go. My headphones are vanishing anyway. We'll sort that out in a minute. Looks like a good hand to start. As long as we get 1 more land. I love how they're always sitting in the chairs and we're like sat on a cake or something. Fine. Can't attack though, which was a bit annoying. They actually had a good 1-drop. Yeah, fair enough. Not sure why they're attacking, but suits me. We probably want to be the aggressor here, so got our new little Pippin out to play. The Guard of the Citadel.
Something suspicious is going on. For once, it's not like Off you go.
Off you go. Let's take out the Curse-bound Witch. Oh. And let's take out the Lily.
Fine. I know when I'm not wanted.
I've seen so many people misplaying against this Pippin these days that... Oh, come on. The endless chumping. Should we go Boromir? Or should we go Officer? Let's go Officer. The things that come out of the Wake aren't that great. And the things that come out of the Witch, well, one of them's very nasty. It's just like creatures of the chosen type get -3/-3. If it's that, we're worried. Yeah, they get 3 choices out of 15, 1 in 5 chance of finding that card. So we're probably alright. It says now. It's coming. Even this won't save it. Phew. Okay, definitely get Boromir in now because things are a little bit worrying around here. We haven't actually seen what they got out of the Wake yet. They could just be waiting for us to play more soldiers. Okay. Interesting. I've tried a few decks with this in and it is good, but it is slow. And like eventually you just end up drawing more, so it's kind of like a cheap version of the One Ring that lets you scry but not draw as many, and Ouch, but had to do that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's pretty nice. Let's put it on here. Swing like this. I love that this is vigilance because it just pairs so well with the officer. Ooh, they're taking it. Oh no, they're not. Does that mean there's a meat hook coming? Because I can't defend against that with Boromir. At least we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1/1s off the Siege Veteran. Because if they hook for 3, we are in trouble. No hook for 3. We're not in trouble. They're in trouble. Next one. Kirissa. No 2-drops, but we've got a Scryland, so we can maybe find one, given that most of our deck is 2-drops or 1-drops. Hey. 2, 5, 7, 11, 15, 19 cards that could have been. Thankfully, it was one of them. Pippin, the guard of the Citadel. Please don't kill him. He's got Ward 1, so I like his odds. That's pretty good. Maybe the Siege Veteran gonna go. Yeah. The fact that this can attack and protect things, it's just like Skreld on crack. No action, okay. It's just attack. Okay. Yeah, if we do that, I can block Pippin. Let's let the other one die. Oh, to be fair, they can block Pippin anyway. Weird that it doesn't always show you all the options. If I'd have played Boromir first, we'd be in a lot better position right now. But I think we'll play the other officer now. Augury. Interesting. Yeah, boy. Alright. Come on in, Pedro. You're gonna ruin my flow. We're on the play. Oh, hello, Pedro. Oh, you're playing black as well, aren't you? No, we don't play that game around here. We don't play shambling gas bullshit around here. Poor Siege Veterans are getting killed. No. What's all the sticking with Pedro? Ooh, full damage. What you got? Nazgul. Yeah, whatever. I don't care about that. I do not care about that. this is a 2-turn clock now, and we've got Boromir to protect it for a turn. We've got this to soak up Invoke Despairs. And a second Boromir. Wow. That is just too fast, man. That is sick. Alright. Can we be on the play again? Because that seems to work well. Don't mind if I do. Give me another Shambling Ghast. Oh, shame. I'm all about this Harbin first, because 3-2, yeah, they could cut it down, but you don't see cut down so much these days, and it's just so much damage early on if they don't deal with it, and then it can remove their removal for the bigger hitters. Okay. That's not going to cut it against my soldiers. These, I'm not convinced, man. I'm not convinced by these Nazguls. Yeah, I can't block you, I can. Let's jam this, because it's basically game over if we get to attack with it. And it means they've got to use any instance, any removal in their own turn. I'm liking the impact so far of the Pippin and the Boromirs. 5 new cards in what was already like a super strong deck. What is this? A mass orcs and creature tokens of death touch. I wonder if there's a tokens deck for this somewhere. I mean, we're obviously letting that through. I don't think you're in a position to be messing about like that. We seem to have acquired some tokens. I don't think we'll even play the Cathar. There's just no point. We don't want to develop any more in case there is like a sweeper. It can only meat hook for 3, which doesn't even kill Myrel though. Are there any other wraiths? Or is this the first time there's been a wraith? Okay, I think we're good. Don't even make me do it. Don't even make me. We're flying up the ladder with this deck. Alright, Crusader. Crusade JB. We're not going first? What is this? Cool sleeves. Ooh. Vegan's red. Mono red or something else? Red black. Surely not. Mono red. Surely not. No. Red white. Weldon. You can attack, I won't block. Honestly. I honestly won't block. There you go. I'm going to try and become the beatdown, I think. Yeah, that's nice. I don't know what we do here. Too many good options. I think we play one of our 3 drops. This one. Because we can protect it with Pippin. We can attack with Adeline. Just semi-successfully. This is not a million miles away from our deck. Humans there, right? Red, white humans. Okay, we have to take the fall. Could have traded this Adeline for one of ours, but you've got Boromir down, you still have to be here. Come back from making your snacks. You knew they've gone to get themselves a Dr. Pepper. Come on, dude. There we go. That's a bit annoying. Get rid of this. And we can play one of these because we've got a spare, we've got a Pippin. We can then attack with the officer, it gives us a chumpy. Well, to be fair, that puts them at 16. We've got 4, 6, 9, 10 plus 5. We've only got 15 damage on the crackback, so let's be Drew a Lord. Okay. Okay, we'll go like this, go like this, and then we'll tap this on here. Fine. Let's choose instant. And then let's tap these 3 for a card. Where is all my land? I think we gotta get rid of this, causing us too much hassle. We'll do it like this. Angel Fire could be a bit annoying. Nope. There's just such an awkward, annoying lock with this deck that the opponent ends up strangled because the creatures go, they can't get them back because they can't kill the thing because of the Pippin. Like, it's really brutal. Alright. Ooh, we're against the numbered players now. We're doing too well, baby. Oh, we're on the play. Guess we'll play this first because we've not got a 2-drop, so odds are this is not Boros. Odds are it's some kind of the One Ring Sheldred deck. If you're a numbered player playing Alchemy Best of 1, gonna prove me wrong and be Boros. Could be. Could be. Right. Wait. Yeah, we'll take a Harbin. No. Down on Boros. Is it a Legends deck maybe? I didn't really want to give them a Skrell, but it is a Legends deck. I'm not going to attack with Skrell, do I? No. Okay, we can get rid of this at least. That's cool. At least we have a blocker for that. So this will be a 5/6. So we could make it so that we block with this and this. And then Boromir. Can't make. Oh, we can't make it so we block with this and this as well. Never mind, we'll do that. Okay. I'm glad I did that first. So if we put the 1/1 on here. We can block the 2/2 that comes out of this again. Still a great tempo card. Maybe we should give that a crack in there. Eberhard, eh? 3/3 with this. Eberhard coming through. Let's make this a clock. So if we let it go, then we're in serious trouble next turn. If we don't, yeah, we've got to let it die. That's a cool card with this. So if we do like this, this, oh, and this, I suppose, yeah. Okay. That was some carnage. Nice. This has Ward 1, so this won't do anything. This can attack. Even if we play this, this can attack. Okay. This has to happen. This should happen. This should happen. And I guess this should happen. First strike, we go to 1. Maybe they finish us, maybe they don't. Have we seen any burn? Nope. Clement, yeah. So this can get through again, but we're on one. Oh, for God's sake. We play this, we're forced to block with everything, and we die the next turn. Can't believe we got by a creatures deck. It was the land, but still. Ouch. Okay. That last one was an interesting one though. I have to remember a Legends deck to give that a go. Let's hope we don't need this white on turn 1. Now we do. Okay. Let's reveal this. Go with this. How about if I get rid of this? You still want to attack? Okay. Come on, it's nice. Not as nice as it used to be. Smoldering egg. What is this? I'm gonna zap my veteran? No. Getting rid of the egg doesn't have huge benefits. Playing this has got quite huge benefits because these both become good attacks. Yeah, that looked quite good. And then this is better to get rid of the thing that has a counter on it, because then even if they get it back, at least we took a counter off of it. Yeah, okay. This is working. This is working. Yeah, a little bit of decision making sailed through mono red. Although we're mono red. Okay. What are we, like 6 for 1? So, banger of a deck so far. I mean, we always knew soldiers would be quite good, I think, but I think the Pippin card is really helping. Pippin and Boromir. So much more sticky, this deck. Because it used to be that the only board wipe protection / destroy protection was the Siege Veteran, because then you get the 1/1s back, but the way that you can actually stop them killing all your stuff, it's pretty impressive. I'm expecting this to get countered, to be honest, but we need some of the bigger stuff to resolve, so stops them doing anything funky as well with drawing or whatever else they could be doing. Okay.
No more
Bit annoying,
distractions.
because that only happens when you're on the draw. But say la vie.
Haven't you ever heard of a personal space?
I'm sure they can take this out now. Then plus, then we end up getting the next thing destroyed, and yeah, whatever.
Don't
I think we're going to keep this because this looks like a deck where this could be good. You could play the One Ring. Now they can sack their Lily to kill that one. At least we've got more. Let's not let their proliferate target resolve. Okay. So it's just a flat up proliferation deck. Probably means there are 1 rings in there somewhere, right? Then they minus this.
Off you go.
Let's play Boromir. He's just there to be fodder anyway. Come on, you did not top a removal. I don't believe you. You little shit. Little shit. I actually can't believe
I'm tired
that
of your
happened.
secrets.
This will be minus, and then it's just a top deck war. This was ridiculous luck. And again! And of course we're just going to
We all
top
have
deck
things we
land
never
now.
forget.
This is... Hold on. Get out of the way. What is... She sees on 5. This should be on 6 next turn. Play this. Nothing happens. I guess we'll try. You have a land now, you dick. I'm fed up with this. Look at it. Look at this chaos.
I'm tired of your secrets.
I can minus their Lily.
Typical. See your light flashing.
At least we've got a creature out. Makes the decision much harder. Is it going to be like 2 lands and a Cathar? Yeah. Or 4 lands. We'll take the... No. We'll take the other one. Because this can flip. They're not going to hopefully be able to kill it. Are you kidding me? Come on. Are you actually kidding me?
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
This is the biggest joke ever. It's not a very funny one.
We all have things we'd rather.
You must get a land in a minute. I actually don't. I've never seen anyone top deck that well, ever. That is actually insane. Alright. Managed to calm myself after that bad luck last time. So that was brutal, man. That was sick luck. Oh, I mean, that is just too good to fragment. People love that card, and that's why we got to ditch it. Can slow them so much. We can trade this. They don't want to, okay. Was that 5 non-land top decks in a row last game our opponent had? Presumably we're going to be attacked now, are we? No? No. Sadly, we aren't going to top a land. Only 2 lands in the top 10. Come running 24. 24? 24. So we'll get one eventually. This thing is so good. I mean, this basically shouldn't have Ward 1. That would be my... that makes it really good. Fine. No. I'm good with that. I'm for sure the beat down here. Would be nice if it wasn't that exact land, wouldn't it? But c'est la vie. If we get invoked despair, I'll be very sad. Thankfully not. Come on, man. Where's the lands? This is just wild. Could still be okay, but oh man, you didn't got removal. Oh, you have. Now the land comes. It's taunting me. I swear to God, it's taunting me. We're not quite out of this one, but. I mean, yeah, if there's an invoke this way, obviously we just dead anyway. Gas, shoulder. Yeah, that'll do it. Come on, man. Why are you doing me like this game? Alright, here we go. Sun's gone down. Time to start winning again. Looks good. I'll take it. We definitely want to get a scry in first, and we don't want to be paying one for every white we spend. No, not right now. I think we might have to cut Myrel completely. I don't want to speak too soon. At least they can't kill Pippin with cut down. Yep, this is a nice start. Black, it's just going to be another one of these. Okay. Get our token. looking friendly. Try more of these. Call it the ring. That's okay. That's okay. Beginning of your upkeep. Let's get rid of that then. And let's get rid of that. This deck has Crush Black as long as we actually draw our cards. Okay, a quick look at the stats. So, 16 games with this deck in an hour and 20. So in 80 minutes, I've played 16 games. That is a pretty rapid rate, not to mention the fact that I have an 81% win rate within Mythic. Now, people will tell you that at the moment it is impossible to beat Crucius Sheldred One Ring piles. We haven't seen tons of Crucius, but look at this. All these mono black decks are One Ring Sheldred piles, pretty much. 5 games out of our 16, and we have beat it with an 80% win rate. I am telling you, if you are struggling against the One Ring, if you're struggling against mono black, this is the deck to play. I mean, it is not too surprising that Soldiers has a crushing win rate, but just look at this, man. Look at this. This is crazy. This is a great deck. It probably could be even better. I'm thinking that swapping the Dennick out is probably going to be my move for Athalia at the end of that, and just tweaking the numbers of the cards we've got. Maybe one fewer Boromir for Athalia, maybe even one fewer Cathar, given that we're running 4 fragments. But anyway, going to play around with the numbers. The deck is an absolute killer. It is so well placed in the meta at the moment. I highly recommend it. Thank you very much for everyone who has watched this video. I know Soldiers is a bit of old ground, but seeing how these new cards slotted in was very, very interesting to me. I hope it was to you too. Bye for now. See you next time.